Welcome to Impact Physics. In the previous video, we discussed about nuclear stability. We talked about the conditions. So I'll just remind you, a nucleus is said to be stable if it doesn't change over time. And there are two conditions. The first one, the first one is the neutron to proton ratio, and the second one is the binding energy. So today we are going to be talking about radioactive element. What is a radioactive element? A radioactive element is an element that emits radiation because its nucleus is what? Unstable. It is emitting radiation because it wants to be what? Stable. And then I will give you two examples. We have uranium 238 and we have polonium 210. Uranium has a mass number of 238 and an atomic number of what? 92. If you want to get the number of neutrons, that is if we are using the first condition, that is the neutron to proton ratio, we'll find out that the number of protons will be what? 146. This is a very high number. This thing is already telling you that this particular element will be unstable. Because if you take the ratios, the ratio between the neutron and the proton, you get 1.6. Remember, when we took that of helium, we were able to get 1. And then we're able to say that helium may likely be stable. If you do the same thing for polonium, you're going to get 84, 210 minus 84, you're getting 126. 126 is also high. That means the number of protons is very high, and then the number of number of neutrons is very high, and the number of proton is what? Low. And then if you take the ratio, you get 1.5 instead of what? 1. So these two elements are radioactive, and definitely they are unstable. So let's go ahead and define radioactivity. What is radioactivity? Radioactivity is the process by which unstable atoms lose energy by emitting what? Radiation in the form of what? Particles or what? Electromagnetic what? Waves. They lose energy by emitting radiation in the form of particles or electromagnetic what? Waves. Definitely, you know that unstable elements will emit radiation because they want to be what? Stable. So the process by which these unstable elements lose what? Energy in the form of radiation is what we refer to as what? Radioactivity. We are going to talk about the particles. We are going to be talking about electromagnetic waves. So you may have heard about alpha particle or what? Beta what? Particle. So we're going to talk about all of that. So lastly, let's talk about half-life. I told you that when a radioactive element emits radiation, it will change. It will reduce. So what is half-life? Half-life is the time taken for a radioactive substance or for an unstable element to be reduced by half. The time taken for an unstable element to be reduced by half, or a radioactive substance to be reduced by half, is what we call half-life. And then half-life is given by the formula T subscript half is equal to 0.693 over what? Lambda. This lambda is called the decay what? Because I'm going to dedicate a video to derive this particular formula. Yes, I will do that. So all you need to do is to continue watching my videos. In case you have not subscribed, please go to Darlington_physics on YouTube and subscribe, like and share, so that we can also help to reduce failure in our external examinations. Thank you very much.